We've all had jobs we hated. For me, it was delivering pizzas during my sophomore year of college. It was 2020, so contactless delivery was the norm, which usually meant I didn't have to deal with people. I liked that. But every once in a while, you'd get a cash order, or a customer who insisted on meeting you at the door. I usually didn't mind, until the night of November 3rd. That was the night I realized that some doors should never be opened. It was 5 minutes before closing time. I was already mentally clocked out, mopping the floor, when the phone rang. My manager, a guy named Dave, sighed and picked it up. He scribbled something down on a notepad, ripped it off, and handed it to me. "Last run of the night, Chris," he said. "Big tip promised. It's a cash order. Address is on the edge of town, near the old industrial park." I looked at the address, 4402 Blackwood Lane. I didn't recognize the street, but the promise of a big tip was enough for me. I grabbed the 2 large pepperonis and headed out to my car. The drive took about 20 minutes. As I got closer to the destination, the street lights became fewer and fewer. The houses went from well-kept suburban homes to run-down shacks, and finally to just empty lots and overgrown trees. When my GPS said, "You have arrived," I was confused. I was sitting in front of a 2-story Victorian house that looked like it hadn't been lived in a decade. The windows were boarded up with plywood, the grass was waist-high, the driveway was cracked and filled with weeds. There were no lights on. Not a porch light, not a window light, nothing. I checked the ticket again, 4402. I shined my high beams at the house. Sure enough, the peeling brass numbers on the porch column read 4402. I called the number on the receipt. Ring, ring, ring. "Hello?" a voice answered. It sounded like a young woman. She sounded crying, or maybe just breathless. "Hi, this is Pizza Palace. I'm outside." "Oh," she said. Her voice shifted instantly. The crying stopped. It became flat, monotone. "The doorbell is broken. Please come to the side door, the garage door." Okay. It's a cash order. Total is $24.50. "I have it. Just come to the side door." The line went dead. I didn't like it, but I was 20 years old and stupid, and I wanted that tip. I grabbed the pizza bag and stepped out into the rain. I walked up the cracked driveway. The wind was howling through the broken eaves of the house. I rounded the corner to the side of the house. There was a detached garage. The side door to the garage was slightly ajar, pitch black inside. "Hello?" I called. "Pizza!" From the darkness of the garage, a voice called back, but it wasn't the woman. It was a man, a deep, raspy voice. "Bring it in here. Put it on the table." I froze. "I can't come inside, sir. Store policy. I can leave it on the step if you have the cash." Silence. Then I heard movement inside the garage. It sounded like heavy chains dragging across concrete. I said, "Bring it in." The man's voice growled much closer now. My stomach dropped. I took a step back. "I'm gonna leave now." I turned around to walk back to my car. As I turned, a floodlight from the neighbor's yard, which was heavily wooded, suddenly flickered on, cutting through the trees. It illuminated the side of the garage I was standing next to, and that's when I saw it. There were scratches on the doorframe of the garage, deep, frantic gouges in the wood, like someone had been trying to taw their way out, and smeared near the handle was a handprint. It looked fresh, and it was dark red. I dropped the pizzas. I didn't care about the job. I didn't care about the tip. I sprinted back to my car. As I was fumbling for my keys, I heard the garage door slam open against the wall. Bang! I looked back. A man was standing in the doorway. He was huge. He was wearing a butcher's apron that was stained with God knows what, and he was holding something long and metallic. A pipe? A machete? I couldn't tell. He didn't chase me. He just stood there, watching me. I got into my car, locked the doors, and jammed the keys into the ignition. The engine sputtered. "Come on, come on," I screamed. The man took a step out of the garage. He started walking towards the car, slowly. The engine finally roared to life. I threw it in reverse, peeling out of the driveway so fast the bottom of my car scraped sparks off the curb. I didn't stop until I was back at the pizza shop. I told Dave, my manager, everything. We called the police. Here is the part that keeps me up at night. The police went to the address. The house was abandoned. It had been condemned for 5 years. They found the garage. Inside, they didn't find the man, but they found a mattress on the floor, a bucket, and a set of handcuffs bolted to the concrete floor. And they found a cell phone. The phone belonged to a girl who had been reported missing 2 days ago from a town 3 hours away. The woman I spoke to on the phone, that was her. He must have forced her to answer the phone to lure me in. They never found the girl, and they never found the man in the apron. I quit that night. I never deliver food anymore. And if I'm ever at a friend's house and they order pizza late at night, I make them turn on every single light in the house before the driver arrives, because you never know who is watching from the dark, waiting for an open door.